All
Or
right, so
have.
hold on. We're bye week. We got 4 weeks left. The Niners are 9-4. They're probably going to be 10-4 next week. They'd have to find a way to lose to the Titans. What is your biggest concern for this team moving forward? Like, if they don't win the Super Bowl, this will be why. Considering there's really no juggernaut team out there that like some like clear cut favorite this year.
I don't
What's their biggest problem?
it's just
glaring weakness.
I think our secondary has been good with Jai. I would have said secondary a couple weeks ago, but Jai Brown's actually looked not bad. Malik Mustafa looks good. Our cornerbacks don't look bad. I still think it's our defensive line and offensive line. I still think it's our offensive line. I still think we need a left guard. Ben Barch, this guy, I literally said he was ass. This guy gets injured every single game. We need a left guard. We need a center. And I think we would be honestly, and a wide receiver. Actually, no, I think our biggest concern right now is wide receiver because we don't have any. We have
Pierce. What I'm hearing is our biggest concern is like 4 different positions.
Yeah, it took you a while to get there.
I was going through my head. I was like, no, we need this. No, we actually also and we need that as well. I think offensive line, defensive line, wide receiver.
I think you gotta like the teams that win Super Bowls every year. Every single Super Bowl champion in the last 10 years has been top 8 in average scoring margin or point differential. The Niners are like 12th or 13th, right? They're kind of still middle of the pack. You want to see them dominate the Titans to try and move up so they can fit that qualifying thing. And sure, there's some like anomalies that happen in football, but that's kind of a stat that you need to be in. Like you need to dominate teams. In 23, they were killing teams. I still think their biggest problem, though, they have the 25th ranked pass defense in the league. Still, they're giving up 200 and what? It says 232 passing yards alone per game. Before the last 2 weeks, they were giving up 302 passing yards per game for a 3-week span, which was the worst in football. I still think that could come back to bite them. And like Grant said, they have no explosive plays. I'm less worried about the O-line. I actually think their O-line's playing very well right now, which is shocking to me.
Yeah.
Maybe it won't play well against Denver.
You know what the average passer rating is against the Niners this season?
What is
101.
That's bad.
101.
I mean,
that's 27.
Great passer rating, bad for the 49ers.
Like Cincinnati has a better pass defense. The Saints have a better pass. The Giants, the Raiders, 96.2 they're giving up this year. The Niners are at 101. They're down there with the Jets and the Titans and the Dolphins and the Yikes.
Yeah.
And that's with a good secondary.
Exactly. And Jair Brown's playing great. Like Mustafa's playing great. I'm less worried about letting Hufanga go because, Hufanga's an all-pro this year. Probably makes all-pro first team at safety, but like, or second, if it's Kyle Hamilton.
But I mean, they played well the last 3 weeks, but like, name one good receiver they faced the last 3 weeks. They faced Tat McMillan, but that was it. They faced Michael Wilson and Harold Fannin.
Yeah, Michael Wilson's good. Stanford legend. I like Michael Wilson, but like, yeah, you're right.
It gets a lot tougher than that down the
they're going to
be a lot worse than that in the playoffs.
And Devontae Adams, or at worst, AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. You know what I mean? Yeah. At worst.
Yeah. Not to mention the fact that the Niners can't cover really a tight. I mean, even Harold Fannin got off on them.
Well, that's because did you see they called the exact same play? They watched film of the Rams game and called the exact same freaking play wherein Luke Gifford fell at almost the same exact spot that he did against Fannin. That is crazy to me. As a defense, like, why is Gifford out there, man? I don't even care.
I don't know who's worse, Gifford or Birch.
Luke Gifford is a huge problem. They can't stop a screen pass.
No.
Oh,
no. They get I'm surprised teams aren't calling more screen passes. They get 8 yards every play. The Niners' one good thing is they can stop the run, it looks like, at a decently high level.
Alfred Collins.
Yeah, but if you give good quarterbacks time to pass, and they haven't really played good quarterbacks in weeks.
We saw what Stafford did.
Yeah, look at what Stafford did to them. He dominated them. Dominated.
It looked like prime Steve Young. It was just like 42 points easy.
Yeah, but the Panthers were able to pick him twice, and get a fumble.
It's crazy. That game was so stupid.
So we'll see. Like, what does it look like when Daniel Jones faces him? What does it look like when Caleb Williams faces him? Because those guys are like B, C level quarterbacks. It gets a lot tougher than that.
To win. I think Darnold is a B or C level quarterback too, like masqueraded as like a.
And Jones has his fibula. Jones is like his leg is screwed up. So like if we lose that game, that'll be bad.
That's the game they would lose, right? Because it's on the road. And it's a Monday night game. They're probably coming off of a big win, right? Like, and they won't be prepared. They'll already have 10 wins. You know what I mean? That's like a prototypical trap game. Colts are going to need that win way more than the 49ers.
It's just Jones can't move. If you lose to a guy that literally can barely move, then that's a problem.
I'm more confident about them beating the Bears and Seahawks than Indianapolis.
I'm going to bring up the elephant in the room, though. You guys were real diplomatic with this one, talking about the defense. And maybe it is, and maybe it's the explosives. Those are. No one's mentioned this yet, and I feel like it's obvious. Yeah, the defense might not be good enough, but Salah's really good, and he has a good job of like bending but not breaking. I'm really concerned about Brock and his turnovers. I mean, if he throws 2 picks in a playoff game and they lose, he'll be the reason. And he's had a lot of games like that recently. So just because he was super cautious against Cleveland, that's easy to be cautious when other quarterbacks Shedeur Sanders. But if you're going up against Matthew Stafford in the playoffs, man, you can't play like that. You're going to have to take some chances to push it down the field. And I don't know if he can do that anymore. We'll see.
Step in the right direction, though. He didn't throw
it's not even really Brock's
all away 7 times.
Like the thing is, it's like it is Brock's fault, but also like you're not giving him a receiver to like go, I kind of feel bad for him because what is he supposed to do? Like, Juwan Jennings kills me about even
Mac Jones criticism was like, well, yeah, he completed 33 of 39, but he's not really pushing it down the field.
To who? Who's going to be beating man coverage?
You really think Brock's going to push it down the field to the other team, and then he's going to stop? Yeah. You know what I mean?
I mean, dude, the Niners, the only way they win a Super Bowl is it's got to be ugly wins, and they barely win every game. Like, that's the only way they can win. And that would have to happen 4 times in a row for them to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah. They're averaging less than 5 yards per play since Brock came back, but they're like grinding out third downs and getting incredible field position from Sky Moore that no one notices. I mean, yeah, they're averaging 4.7 yards per play, but they're starting at the 30, so who cares? That's not sustainable.
Well, at least they're special. Like, look, I mean, that's the difference with this team. People think there's a
finally
difference between last year and this year's team. The 2 differences are Saleh and the special teams. That is the difference of 4 or 5
wins. Is there no way to get Sky more involved on offense? I mean,
damn. Like he's
Could we get him like a screen or an end around? I feel like he's running with the kind of like toughness and power and speed that kind of Debo used to run with.
They'd rather give it to DeMarcus Robinson. And I'm like, dude, DeMarcus Robinson's like, look, with all due respect, better football player than me. He's not better than any receiver that's been playing on the 49ers.
Or they'll give like a jet sweep to Ricky Pearsall. Like, dude, Ricky's going to get smacked. He's not physical. Sky Moore is. I'm just saying. Like, Ricky's looking to not get hit. Sky Moore's delivering blows when he's running the ball. I love Sky Moore.
I know.
I wish Kyle would just reward people and react to what happens in real life. Kyle acts like he's foreseeing the future, and he's never going to react to what's in front of him. Like, okay, like Sky Moore's playing well. I knew he was going to do that on special teams, but I'm not going to play him on offense because I signed DeMarcus Robinson, and he's going to be good eventually. I know it.
But Grant, there was that one.
Kyle's always had some pride things, right? With the way he goes, like that's his biggest downfall. Great coach who's incredibly prideful and refuses to make adjustments. But I have seen him, like Brian Robinson, he used more than previous weeks last week. He just didn't get many yards per carry. So I do think that gives me hope that like he can switch up the schemes a little bit against better teams. Like he didn't have.
Maybe he's saving this for the playoffs.
Yeah,
but once you're in like a do or die situation, you better not leave any bullets in the gun, and that's a serious weapon. Sky Moore, he was one of their MVPs this year.
They were literally,
yeah.
I remember one game they used Sky Moore, and he got like 2 receptions back to back, and they're both for like
Mac
10
Jones would
yards.
go to him in 2-minute drills when he could just, I don't know, maybe when Kyle wasn't calling, micromanaging, telling him where to go.
I remember when we got Sky Moore. That was when we got Sky Moore. I was like, "What are we doing?" But he's been freaking amazing. I've loved Sky Moore. He's been awesome.
Look, Lynch has done a good job with like the little things this past. Like he didn't make the big move that we probably needed to win a Super Bowl, but like Keon White's been really.
Keon White's been. I love Keon White. Has been. That guy flies over the field. I see him all the time.
He's a baller.
It's interesting because Keon White and Sky Moore are similar in the sense that they're both former second-round picks who maybe like didn't live up to expectations or had a bunch of pressure with their original team. And then you put them over here and it's like, oh, that's a second-round pick. And he's pretty good. Like, he has real talent. And now that he doesn't have the pressure from his former team, like he's just a guy holding on to his career. It's like, oh, actually I belong. I'm pretty good. I think that kind of happened with Jake Moody too. There's so much pressure on you because you're the third-round pick. Then you bounce around a little bit. It's like, no, I remember how to kick a football. It's funny.
Well, not just that. I think, like, Grant, you have a point. Like, they could be saving this stuff for the playoffs. Like, remember Conley? They didn't use him like almost all year, and then he got like a ton of like designed plays for him in the playoffs and big games. Like, maybe that's the thinking with Kendrick Bourne, Sky Moore, and Jordan
Kendrick
Watkins. I
Bourne,
don't
Sky
know.
Moore, Jake Tonjes. Those are 3 legit
Yeah.
weapons that you should be using. If you're not scoring 30 points per game, don't tell me why you can't get those guys involved and why you got to force feed Jawan Jennings 7 times
They shouldn't
so
even
he can.
force feed Jawan Jennings. Everything opens up if you just use the tight end. Just use Kittle. Just throw to him 10 times
Yes.
and throw to Tonjes 5 times, and everything else will open up. But no, they want to do these dumbass like out routes to Jennings for 10 yards or 5 yards every dude. Like, why is
Or
Jennings
they want to
getting
give the
8
ball
a
to
game?
Christian McCaffrey 30 times.